Hi, everyone. This is Tom Grisak, and I'm here with Angie Johnson. Angie is our new realtor. We're just very pleased to have her.
So excited.
And Angie and I go way back. How long ago was it that we sold your home?
Oh, what year was that? 2000 and probably like 12,
2012. So about
around
what, 22, 14
14
years
years ago,
ago.
somewhere around there.
Yeah, time flies.
Yep.
But Angie is a very experienced agent. How long have you had your license?
My ninth anniversary was last month, so 9 years.
Okay. And KW the whole time?
Whole time KW.
Yeah. Um, Out of curiosity, do you prefer the listing side or working with buyers, or does it matter to you?
I actually like doing both. I kind of sway a little bit more towards buyers. I have a heart for buyers. I
Yeah,
just love working with them and helping them realize their real estate goals.
yeah, that's great. I'm sure after all these years, you've got a lot of repeat customers, and you do a good job for them the first time they keep coming back to you.
Yes.
So we're just thrilled because we're here. This is March 1st today, and this is when we really start to ramp up.
Mhm.
And we need more people to handle our listings, good people, because when they come in, they tend to come in and two and three and four at a time. So we're thrilled to have you. It's nice to bring on an agent that's already experienced, especially when you get into the busy times of the year. So it was a perfect fit for us. Okay, let's talk about where did you grow up?
I grew up in Richardson.
So did I. I don't know if you knew that.
No,
Where'd you go to high school?
Berkner High
All
School.
right, I was on the other side. I went to Richardson.
Richardson. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you went to college
Went to
at,
University of Texas in Austin,
and what was your major?
marketing.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, and after college, I moved to New York for 2 years and did the buying office for Bergdorf Goodman and Donna Karen. And then after 2 years, I was done with New York and moved back to Texas and have been here ever since.
Yeah. Did you like New York?
I did for 2 years and it was
Yeah.
fun right out of college. I'd never been outside of Texas and
Right.
it was a great experience.
And you're going back up there, aren't
I
you?
am. My son lives there now. Apparently,
Yeah.
it's genetic that after college you want to move to New York.
And what does he do?
He's in finance. And he's
Okay.
been there for about a year and a half. And
How's he
he's
like it?
probably going to come home in the next year or so,
Yeah.
kind of the same track of after 2 years, you're
Yeah.
ready to come back.
And is that your only child?
No, I have a daughter, Emma, and she just graduated from
That's a
A&M.
pretty name. I like that. Emma. I like
Yeah,
that name.
thank you. She just graduated from A&M. So everybody who holds against me that I went to UT,
Yeah.
they went to A&M. At least I had a daughter that went to A&M.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So she just graduated, and she this summer will begin her doctorate for occupational therapy.
Oh, wow.
So she still has a lot of school left.
You must be very proud of your kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, tell me, when you came back to Texas, how did you get into real estate? I mean, out of all the things you could have done with a marketing degree,
Yeah.
why did you think real estate would work?
So my roots to real estate go back to when I was really little. My grandfather was a real estate agent, and that was his retirement job after he was the battalion chief of the Dallas Fire Department when he retired at 50.
Oh, wow.
And went into real estate with another retired fire department guy. And so I used to go with him up to the office because they had to go sit and have office phone time. You were assigned phone answering times, and I would go up there with him. And they'd have big stacks of paper with the printouts before computers.
Yeah.
And I would go around with him and hang out with him and just got interested in real estate from listening to him. And my grandmother also got licensed just to help answer the phones, even though she didn't do the business. And I just got introduced to the industry back then and always kind of thought when my children were a little older, I would get into real estate. And that's exactly what I did.
Was it I can't remember what the market was like back then when you joined. Was it tough to get started, or, a lot of these days I tell people, you really need to give it a year before you start kind of getting on your feet. How long did it take you to start, feeling comfortable and making some deals?
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of friends in Saphir and contacts because I've always been very active in the community and booster clubs. And both of my kids played sports. One was in baseball, one was a volleyball player. So I had a lot of connections. And I just started talking about it and telling everybody I knew I was in real estate. So
Good for you.
it went well. I mean, it didn't blow up, but that's okay. I was good not blowing up from the get-go, learning I wanted to do it right.
Right.
And not get overwhelmed and still have time for my family. So it was a pretty easy transition for me, and I've loved it every moment.
Good. And where does your kids go to high school?
Lovejoy High School. They were in Lovejoy from kindergarten to graduation.
Yeah, my son was too. Tell me, what were their feelings about it? Did they, it's hard to talk to kids because they say, oh, it was okay or whatever, but you very rarely hear this, oh, I just loved everything about it. What was did they enjoy their time there, or do they feel like I did when I went to high school? I felt like it was a prison for me. But did they enjoy the school?
They did, actually. It was a perfect fit for them. My son was really big into student council, and it was not too big for him, just the right size where he could do multiple sports and not get lost in the shuffle.
Right.
And so he always loved it. My kids always joke they know they were in a bubble world. They felt insulated in a bubble world.
Yeah.
And there was a comfort for them there. Right. They liked it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's this is just Fairview and Lucas both feed into Lovejoy, and those towns are only about 21,000 people. So we don't have any high density that feeds into Lovejoy schools. So there really aren't that many students. In fact, we had to shut down an elementary school earlier this year in Lovejoy. Well, last year was I guess a year before, because we just didn't have enough elementary school kids to fill it.
Right.
It's just so expensive to live out here. It's hard for first-time home buyers with little kids to move in out here. Where did you live, out of curiosity? What street were you on?
We were in Bridlegate when we first came out here. We moved out here in 2005. When we moved out here, it was even smaller, like bubble world for my children. The high school just opened the year after we moved out here. So it was, didn't even go up to 12th grade. They slowly increased the grades in the high school. So it was very small, and it was a 2-lane road when we moved to Bridlegate. Going out there. So, we had one stop sign and one stoplight. There
was no retail, obviously.
No, there was a driving range.
That's right. It was driving range. And when there like a chemical, they sold chemicals on the corner. I remember the big chemical trucks out there too.
And a big sign saying "Keeping It Country." Fairview, keeping it country as you exited the highway. So,
I would love to get my hands on that sign again.
I know. That was so great.
That didn't last long. Once all this, it exploded.
We would tell people we're moving to Lovejoy, and they were like, "Is that made up?" Because the elementary schools are Lovejoy and Hart Elementary, and they're like, "That's got to be made up." Like, did you make up this school district? And where's Fairview? And it's all come a long way.
Yeah, it really has. And what does your husband do?
My husband works for Dell.
For Dell?
For Dell Computers.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a project manager for Dell.
Okay, and was Dell? I guess, does he have to go into the office, or does he work out of the house?
At the very beginning, they had offices. They slowly phase those out. And he used to have to go to Austin a couple times a year. All that stopped with COVID.
Yeah.
And now he works at home and
good. Oh, that's nice.
Doesn't have to go in.
With people getting ready to sell their homes now, where it's March 1st today, and we're starting to ramp up our inventory. We had a great year last year, but that's the good news. The bad news is we sold so many homes that our inventory is low. We're trying to pick up more. But people that are thinking to put their homes on the market, maybe in a month or two, what would you suggest they do? What are the big things they need to do, and what should they not worry about?
I think it's a great time to list your home. I think the market we're already seeing it getting really strong. I've had a couple of clients. I have one right now in a multiple offer situation. We're trying to win. I'm the buyer. So it's definitely.
How many offers are in there on the home?
10.
Wow. And what's the price point?
It's only $450.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those homes are going so fast. I know one of the other agents in the office had the exact same situation. She had 9 offers on the home. So, it's tough when you've got, you've got that competition. What do you do as a buyer agent to try to move yours to the top?
I know. I think we have a good chance of winning it. And the way we're winning it is from personal connections.
Okay.
I have a personal connection to this agent.
Good.
Just because we've worked together in the past. He's at a different company.
That trust is there.
Yeah, he knows I can help get it closed and we'll be professional about it. Because this seller is in assisted living and doesn't want a lot of hassle of repairs and stuff.
Right.
So she has her concerns. We know them up front. We've communicated really well. So he feels comfortable with us. I've made sure my lenders called him and had good conversations so they understand that even though we're up against cash offers, we're pretty far down the loan process, that we're strong on that side to not be afraid of the fact that we're not cash and have a loan. Favorable terms. There's a lot of things other than just sales price you can do to help wins. I happen to know we're not the highest, but all I can give him is enough reassurance to think that we actually will close. And since she is the original homeowner of 24 years in this house, she cares who it goes to. And my first-time home buyers are married for only a couple years, ready to start a family. She works for Young Life in Allen, and the agent has a connection to Young Life, so he cares about that.
Right.
And all that personal connection, along with professionalism, is helping us get to the top.
Relationships are so important, and it's like every business, but in real estate too. Especially Keller Williams, we have 240, I believe, 240 agents in our office, and a lot of times we're working with someone within the office, and you just got that level of comfort that they know what they're doing, and it's not just a name out of the dark that's submitting the offer. When you called the lender, did you ask who actually called the lender, and was he okay about calling the listing agent? Did he take it on himself to do that? Or did
I
you
asked
ask
him to.
Okay.
I asked him to because I knew we were up against cash offers, and I wanted him to understand that, they didn't just fill out an online form and get a pre-approval letter. They've uploaded documents. He's checked their credit, and we're pretty far down the loan process to make us stronger. So I wanted him to convey that it come from the lender to give him some reassurances.
Yeah. Guys, this is a type of market, and it will be here for the rest of the year, where you really have to fight for your clients. When you're getting these multiple offers, you got to kind of find out what the hot button is for that seller, and hopefully the listing agent will share it with you if you're the buyer agent. And if you're the listing agent, you need to let the buyer agents know what your seller's hot buttons are. And a lot of times that's how deals get made. Like Angie said, sometimes it's not the highest offer. It's something else that appeals to them. So what's your goal this year as far as how many homes you think you're going to sell?
My goal this year is 15 transactions.
Okay, that's good. That's a good number.
Yeah.
And we're here in March. So March, April, May, June, July, August, December. So through 10 months, so 10, 15, so about a little over one a month.
Yeah.
I think that's very, very doable. We are so happy to have you. What is that noise?
That's my phone. So sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Just ignore that.
My phone ringing. That's the other agent calling to tell us that we won the multiple offers and we get the house.
And you also have to be a positive thinker in this business. But we're thrilled to have you. I know what a worker you are, and I know how competitive you are from pickleball. And so I have no doubts you're just going to love it here.
I'm thrilled, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, honored to be on this team. I know from experience this team is top notch and does it the best.
Yeah,
so
we do. We've got a lot of the interesting and very exciting things we're doing this year we've never done before. In the past, I tell people we've kind of been order takers. People would just call us up and they say, come talk to us. We're ready to list our home, and we get the listing signed. But there are fewer homes out there now, so it's more competitive, and we're doing a lot more in the way of reaching out and finding buyers that are coming to this area than we've ever had to do before. So we've got some really interesting, neat stuff that I'll share with you once we get those plans in place, about another month or so. So I understand you're going back to New York, and how long are you going to be up there?
6 days. Going to go visit my son, take my daughter up there, and we're just going to do a nice visit.
Yeah.
It's cold up there.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was thinking today what a beautiful day it is.
I know. I'm going to miss it's been a little cold here, but I mean, I think tomorrow's back up to 80, and that's going to be like
Yeah.
45 in New York, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Well, thank you. And
Thank you.
now we'll do another interview next year. I always like to interview the agents the first year they join and then every year after and kind of track their progress.
It'll be here before we know it.
It will be. It's
Can't
going
wait.
fast, isn't it?
Can't wait.
So thank you, everybody, for listening in. And we appreciate that. And again, if you need to buy or sell a home, please let us know. We're a full service real estate team, and we've got the agents that'll handle anything you've got coming up. Thank you.
We're ready. Bye.
Bye.